they do this thing in the Philippines, where they borrow your child. They say, "Can I borrow your child?"
Hello, guys. Welcome to our first podcast episode in Raw Coconut, and I'm Rajessa.
I'm
And
John.
yes, and for today, we would like to share something about our life as new parents,
Yeah,
right? So it's as the channel progress. So we're not. I'm not gonna be talking about freelancing only, but also our life as new parents because your career and your personal life integrates in different ways. So it's not
yeah.
isolated.
This is our first child, so it's like a lot of new things that we're learning along the way.
Yeah, exactly. What is the reality of
Being a
being?
new parent.
Yeah, like describe the reality of a parent in 3 words.
I don't know if I can do it in 3 words.
Okay, just
Well, I'm gonna say it's more harder for the mom because she has to breastfeed, and the baby is very random. They might go 4 hours without feeding. They might go 30 minutes without feeding, but usually no longer than 4 hours. So the mother has to be awake at least every 3 to 4 hours. So she's not getting a full 8 hours sleep. Never. Whereas for me, I don't have to breastfeed. So I'm still getting 8 hours of sleep. So it's especially more difficult for the mother than for the father. That's the first thing.
right.
Uh, a lot of the broken sleep for me personally was within the first month. And it mostly comes down to just being anxious. Like I have so much anxiety. The first 3 or 4 weeks of having the baby, I'm constantly watching her. Nobody's going to sleep without somebody has to be watching her at all times. And, that's just from our anxiety. We're afraid something might go wrong. Truthfully, the first few weeks of life, the baby just sleeps. She'll wake up to eat, she'll poop, go right back. So it's actually very easy. We make it hard on ourselves through all the anxiety. So for the first month, I would sleep for 3 hours, then wake up, then sleep again for 3 hours. But the latest 2 months, for me personally, it's not that difficult as it is for the mother who has to breastfeed every 3 hours or sometimes 30 minutes, depends.
But
But
you did a very good job with supporting me with
yeah,
that phase. But I think for me is the biggest reality check after I delivered is, when I was still pregnant, I only thought that it stops during the delivery. Like that's the hardest part, like the delivery, like all my mind, the moment I knew that I was pregnant, that fear of like delivering the baby, that was the fear all about, the uncertainty all about, like, am I gonna survive? Am I gonna get through? But no, there's like a whole long journey.
every day is like something new that you're
Yeah.
learning along the way.
Yeah, but not just that, but like at first I thought this is it, but oh, I have to breastfeed. I
Mm.
have to to understand the behavior of the baby, like the cues that I need to learn, and then the milestone that you have to accomplish for me to know that the baby is growing healthy.
But I will say, a lot of that, anxiety, that anticipated anxiety, it's not as bad as we made it out to be. It's mostly like inside. We think, oh my God, like we're so, cause actually it's not as hard as we had once thought it would be. When we first left the hospital, we thought we have no idea what we're doing, but you learn along the way, and our child especially is very easy. She doesn't cry that much. She's very easy to please. The hardest part would be the lack of sleep, especially for the mother, because she has to breastfeed. The baby doesn't take a bottle. If she's very sleepy, she might eat a little bit from the bottle, but once she realizes, okay, this is a bottle, it's not a breast, she's gonna not accept it anymore. So she doesn't even bottle feed anymore. So the mother really has to be awake at least every 3 hours. Our baby is now 3 months old and has entered a stage of fighting her sleep. She wants to fight her sleep.
That's
And
true.
she'll start to cry. She doesn't want She
Mm.
wants to fight it, and then she'll wake up after 5 minutes to 30 minutes just to see is my mom here. She's like a Velcro baby. Her mom has to be with her at all times,
Yeah.
and that's difficult because you're a freelancer, so you
Yeah.
can't be
That's true.
24/7. You have a lot of work you have to do. You have multiple clients, and they have work for you every day. So you'll have her to the side while you're working, and she'll look, where's my mom? And then,
And I have to set deadlines for myself as well because
yeah,
there are client expectations. I think one of the reason why it makes it easier is the type of clients that you want to work with,
yeah,
right? Like if you are planning to have a family, right? You have to really pay attention that it's not just about the money. You need to find people you want to work with
yeah. Who's
who,
not too strict on like a 9 to 5
yes,
schedule.
yes,
They'll say, this is the work I need done. Please have it done within a week. And
exactly.
then you can do it for 5 minutes until the baby wakes up, and then
Yeah.
maybe 10 minutes. Just when you can, that's the good thing about being a freelancer is you can work around your busy life schedule.
And also like people or clients who have this family mindset, you know, because there are people that, oh, I can pay you a lot of money, but they don't like, they're very entitled to your time schedule.
Hmm.
And then you're like
They're not very
scared. Yeah. And
understanding.
you're not very scared and you're scared to tell them like, oh, I have to do this. This is my reality now. And then you think that if you share your life as a new parent, they would think like, oh, you're a liability now for me. Right?
Yeah, so if you have a child but you still need to work, definitely be a freelancer, even just one client, even just a small client. But
Yeah.
choose the right client who is not going to be so hard on you working a very specific schedule, who understands you just had a baby and you might not be able to deliver right away, but if you can deliver it within this time frame, that's the client you want to go for. Here in the Philippines, it's very easy because it's normal in the Philippines to hire a worker to do your chores for your cleaning and stuff. That's a very normal thing here in the Philippines. In America, if you have like a maid or a cleaner, that means you must be rich. You must like have so much money.
Yeah, but
So
the point of this is if
for
handling postpartum.
some chores are gonna get behind a little bit. You can't be like when you have a baby, your baby needs constant attention at all times. So some things just get backed up.
Well, it's it's not really like before the baby you're more organized,
Yeah.
you have your own standard of how the house should be.
Hmm.
But once you have a baby, the
It's
priority
cluttered.
is
It's all
on the
cluttered,
baby.
and
So
the
even if it's
dishes might sit in the sink for the whole day.
but it doesn't
It's
matter. It's okay.
yeah,
So the house help is really a very big part of for me to manage my postpartum easily. And I think this is one of the things that new parents should also consider.
yeah.
They shouldn't just consider the baby alone. They should also
Hmm.
consider the mom, because the mom, if she's in the right mind, the right body, she can take care of the baby
Right.
better.
Yeah.
But if she is like overstimulated, exhausted, she have to deal a lot of
Happy wife, happy life.
of course.
Right.
But it's a two-way, it's not just for me, but also for you. If I'm in good mood, so I don't have to go crazy on you and
Right.
and blaming you all the time, like, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing enough, like
For
that.
for the father, he also have more like responsibility. For instance, we don't like to take our baby out. We prefer to keep her at home because she's still very young. She doesn't have all her vaccines. She doesn't have a properly built immune system. So that means for the most part, the baby will stay at home. That means that anytime there's an errand, I need to go out and do it by myself and take care of all the errands, all the grass that needs to be cut, all the gardening work that I do. There's so much stuff that I have to do it by myself because the mother is so busy with breastfeeding and taking care of the baby that even though I might not do direct, like as much direct with the baby, for instance, I'm not breastfeeding, I have to compensate in other parts
Yeah. Yeah,
to
it's
make things easier for everything.
yeah. But sometimes, I see a lot of like women that they're telling like, oh, you're not doing enough, you know. And sometimes this gives a feeling from to the husband's perspective that that I'm not doing enough, like but I'm doing my best, or
The thing about the difference between a mother and a father, the mother have a built-in instinct. They have the hormonal changes. They are built to be a nurturer. She especially is very good at taking care of the baby. For me personally, I found it very difficult. I'm getting better at it now, but at first I didn't understand what is it that the baby is asking for. I'm not very good at, I was kind of scared to pick her up. I feel like I'm not careful enough, where she's very careful when she picks her up. She's very careful, very soft, and I'm afraid that I'm not soft enough. So I kind of just let the mother take care of it because I'm afraid of not being careful enough.
Do you
So,
remember the first week when we left the hospital?
mhm,
That was one of the most scariest moments.
yeah,
Yeah, right?
mhm,
It's like, the uncertainty of not knowing what to do, and also there's no handbook on,
yeah,
there's no manual to instruct you in every step.
yeah,
So you really have to rely on ChatGPT.
yeah. We
Yeah,
use ChatGPT for everything. But
that's true.
now she's very easy. She's much stronger. She's holding her weight up. She's holding her neck up.
That's
So
true.
it's much easier now. So the mothers, they have a natural instinct of being very good with the baby, understanding the baby. They just, when they hear the baby cry, they naturally just wake up very easily and check. Whereas if I hear the baby cry, I'm a very deep sleeper. I don't usually wake up. That's just, it's not anything like bad on me. That's just the nature of a mother versus a father. That means as the father, I have to step up in other areas to make her life easier so that she can be the nurturer that she is. So that means that I need to take care of everything that can get taken care of. So that means, if I'm awake and she's sleeping and our baby wakes up, I can change her diaper, I can get her dressed, clean her good. But when it's time for her to eat, I have to wake her up. But you don't have to wake your wife up, the mother up completely. Just say, hey, I'm gonna put the baby here and let her breastfeed. You can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And then once the baby got enough to eat, you can lift her up to let her burp. You don't have to pick her up. You could just lift her up, let her burp, put her back down to continue feeding. And our baby, when she's like next to her mom's sleeping, she sees that and okay, it's time to sleep. And she'll end up going right back to sleep. So it's not difficult. Once you get a system going, like you understand your child and you have a routine, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. And also, and from the mom perspective or the wife, I feel really good, and I feel like grateful whenever you say that, my love, I got this. You can sleep for even like 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah. To make the mother happy, it could be the smallest thing. You can do the smallest thing. They just appreciate that you're doing something, you're contributing in some way. It's not hard to make the mother happy. You do one little thing, they're gonna be very appreciative of it. You're not the best father ever, not the best husband ever, but you're making like a commitment, like you're doing something. She's gonna appreciate that.
That's true.
So do what you can. Don't worry, I'm not the best father. Because for men, it is difficult. It is extremely difficult to learn how to nurture and have your first child. It comes later. Whereas for the mother, she's already nurturing before the baby even comes out. Because that's the hormonal changes. That's just how women are instinctively, naturally anyway. So
yeah, but and also where you're doing your part as a good husband, and my point of view as well, for the wife, she should also do the same thing. Like if your husband is not a robot that he's gonna be like up 24/7 and covering up for you. So sometimes if your husband say, I want to rest, and you'll let him rest.
Yeah, I got sick for a while, and when I was sick, that meant that she's doing everything. I mean, we have her help.
Yeah,
we have her worker, but
sometimes you just have to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
In some cases, it's not always how you planned it.
Yeah.
And another
you adjust with the.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is sometimes your husband would wanna get his haircut done, and then he just wanna go out alone. You have to let him have his time as well.
Yeah, I like to do like gardening work, so there's a lot of times where I can't garden any time. It needs to be like a specific time because I'm not from the Philippines. I can't handle the heat. So when I need to do some yard work or do something, I have to do it like 6 to 7 a.m. and or between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. It's just too hot during the day. So during these time periods, she allows me to take care of what I need to take care of.
Mm, that's true. And also the sense of time that we have, it's not like the same as before, right? Before we can like really track, oh, today's Thursday, today's Friday. Now we just like
Losing track of
lose
time.
track of time. We just look
Yeah.
at if it's night now and it's morning. There's no sense of
Yeah, I
time.
started tracking more in my calendar in my phone to keep up with stuff better. Cause I'll
Good
forget.
for you.
Yeah.
I don't. It's the moment she wakes up, when I just breastfeed her, we sleep. Like I don't really look at my calendar anymore. And what I just do is I just focus on the tasks that I need to be done,
Right now and
like
then.
feeding her, changing her, making sure that she's have a good sleep, and I take care of my work.
I remember you thought it was Monday. I was like, it's
Uh,
Thursday. You're, that's like 3 days behind.
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
It's okay, it is what it is, and you just have to go through with it. And it's not always difficult. There are times that
It's not that bad. Most of like what makes it hard is just for me personally is like my anticipation, my anxiety about trying to be the best father, the best husband. You don't really have to be the best as long for your child, as long as you're present, she's happy. You don't have to be like the perfect parent. You're teaching her ABCs at 3 months old and teaching her how to roll over. If you're just holding her or talking to her, smiling at her, she's gonna appreciate that and be happy.
yeah, dear
Don't
presence.
don't be like so hard on yourself or try so hard to the point that it's exhausting and you're upset with yourself that you're not doing hard enough.
Yeah.
Just if your baby is smiling, then that is a good cue that you're doing good.
Yeah. And another thing, when you're a new parent, you have this idea that I have to do this, I have to buy this one, it has to be this one. But you realize now, some of the stuff that we bought,
We never
we
use it.
never
We
used
don't
it.
use anything
And
we bought.
we just use
Yeah.
it for like a couple of
We
days
did
and
use it and
then,
then we realized we don't actually need it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to clutter yourself and you put too much pressure that these things doesn't matter. What the baby appreciates more is your presence as
Yeah.
the parent,
Hmm.
and you being there with her is
All
is a
she
big
needs. It's
thing.
all she really needs.
That's all she
As
really
long as
needs.
she's clean, she gets her milk, she has clean clothes on. You help her get her gas out and burp. She's gonna smile. She's gonna be happy, and you're with her. She can see you're talking to her. If you ignore her, you're just playing on your phone, or you walk away. She's gonna get upset. Where are they going like that? You
Hmm.
really need to be present in her life.
Yeah, I'm as we talk about this, I just had like a reflection about my before we had our baby. Because before I had this fear that am I gonna lose all my career, like my work,
Mm.
if I get pregnant? So I have this fear in my head. But as I go through the maternity, as I go through pregnancy, I realize the people around you who is like cheering up for you. When I knew that I was pregnant, I told immediately my clients that, hey, I'm pregnant, this and that, and then I get like good feedbacks,
Hmm.
But being pregnant, you don't really have to
The
accept the feedback
the
immediately,
the
but
biggest thing is learning time management. If you learn
yeah,
how to manage your
yeah,
time, do things at its appropriate time, and make your schedule flexible. You're
yeah,
like, I'm gonna do this when I can,
yeah.
but it should be done today. But it might be in the morning. But if I can in the morning, then maybe in the afternoon. If I can in the afternoon, maybe at night.
But you have to do it.
You have to do it, but just keep it flexible and manage your time.
Yeah. When we went
I'm gonna
to
check on energy.
okay. So I want to talk about when I inform my clients about the pregnancy. I received positive
Yeah.
feedback. The first one, he said, "Oh, that's really great. That's amazing news. You're very happy." The second one is like, "Don't be scared about it. I have children as well, and it's not always good, but it's not always bad." These are like the things that makes you feel like,
I think the biggest reason why you were thinking so much here in the Philippines, people will not hire you if you're pregnant. They will even ask you, do you plan on becoming pregnant in the
yeah,
near future?
exactly.
And if you say, yes, I plan on getting pregnant or I am pregnant, they might not even hire you.
That's the
And
truth.
then they might let you go and not hire you back. They're not, that's the Philippines culture because I'm not really sure why. That's just the culture. I know in America that is illegal actually. If they're not even supposed to be asking you these type of questions because it's like a bias.
But I read on Reddit. I see a lot of American women. They're complaining that the work system doesn't work for
I've seen pregnant women
pregnant
working
women.
in a very hot factory, like 8 months pregnant.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, very hot factory. She's like 8 months pregnant, and they're a little bit like they put her on the easier work, but she shouldn't be doing that.
yeah.
Uh, so I mean, even America have its issues. There are some countries where you can go on a leave and you get paid for a year, 2 years, several
Mm,
months. You still get paid. It's like
mm,
government funded. America doesn't do that, but a lot of that anticipation having is because of the Philippines culture.
yeah.
They're not uh
So welcoming.
so welcoming of pregnant women because for them, they need a worker who can get the job done. And if they don't think that you can, there's like any doubt about it whatsoever, they're not going to waste their time or money or effort. There is no government funding to take care of a pregnant woman here. So that's why being a freelancer is so important. And especially here in the Philippines.
So it's not exactly like that. There are benefits for pregnant women, but I don't think, like you'll be able to keep your job.
No,
That's
you
the
can't.
thing.
You can't.
Or they might give you,
The Philippines culture is they rely on each other. It's more of a community.
oh yeah,
The family
yeah.
takes care of the family, and because everybody's taken care of, the government doesn't have to get involved to take care of them. The neighbors are
So what do you mean, like the help or the
not
financial?
uh financial. They're not going to fund you while you're pregnant.
Oh,
They're gonna
you're not, but you're gonna receive subsidies, let's say from the SSS and PhilHealth. You get like discounts from your hospital bill, but that's pretty much about it.
yeah, that's about it. But the Philippines culture, all the family would get together and help raise the baby, raise the child. The brother will work, the sister will work, and then pay for all the food, pay for the children's clothes, because that's their family, and the Philippines is very family oriented. Even your neighbors, they do this thing in the Philippines, where they borrow your child. They say, "Can I borrow your child?" You say, it's normal here. I'm like, what do you mean you want to borrow? It's like,
You got scared. You got scared. Like, what's borrow?
just tell your child to come to my house today. I'll give him, I'll feed him and take care of him today. And I'm like, what does that mean? Borrow your child. In America, what we do is if, the kids want to come over and play with my kids, they can come over and play. I don't mind watching them. But in the Philippines, I want to borrow your child and take care of your child today.
It's actually like a culture, a sense of community in the Philippines where it's not it's not it's not really everybody, not everyone is doing it, especially in the city. They don't do that. That often occurs here in provinces because we are more like tight, like everybody knew
Yeah,
each other. So there's like a sense of trust.
yeah.
You can't do that in the
And
city.
that's probably the reason why uh if you're pregnant and then you don't get a job or they lay you off and they
Mm,
don't take you back or give you any
mm,
compensation, you can do that here because you have siblings and other neighbors and other family members who will take care of you during that time. Versus in America, you don't really get that luxury. So you really rely on government help because you're not going to get help
mm.
from your
Right,
community.
right.
We're not very community driven in America. We're very independent. So if I plan on having a child, I might need to work and save up for a year, then have the child and continue working and take care of me and my child and our family, our immediate
Mm.
family
I think that's one of the
versus,
reasons why population in America is declining.
yeah, a lot of people think population would be about income based. you have more money, you have a bigger population. And that's been proven not true. Some of the richest countries in the world have the largest population decline, and some of the poorest countries in the world have the most population, increase. And you have 8 siblings,
I
7,
have eight. No, we're
eight
eight
total.
siblings.
Your
Yeah.
cousin has 16, yeah, children, right? And that's a very normal thing in the Philippines because it's very important that you have children and have a family, and you teach them how to take care of one another. They do this system in the Philippines. The oldest sister is known as the ate, and it's her responsibility to take care of her siblings. They have the kuya, which is the oldest brother. In America, it's we don't really have that tight uh family structure
Mm, right.
or community structure
So
for that matter.
it's not the perfect system. There's always
There's
good
different
and bad.
cultures. So if you look at the Philippines culture from the outside, you'd be like, well, that's kind of weird. Why are they doing it like that? But to the Filipino mindset, why are Americans doing things like,
Yeah.
so you just have to have an open mind to other people's cultures, experience it yourself, and then you'll understand, okay, that's why they do it this way, because they're so family oriented and they rely on each other. They don't need to be so self-dependent or rely on the government for help because they take care of each other.
Right. Before it's just you and me,
Mm,
But now that we have a child, our bond have went to a different level, and our level of understanding and caring for each other, it grew bigger compared to back in the day. And our sense of purpose also have
right.
blossomed into something new,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, our,
Before I'd be real lazy. I don't care about this or that. I'll just play on my phone or play a video game. Now I'm worried, like, is my daughter watching me on my phone, and then she's gonna grow up to do the same thing. So I have to learn from my mistakes and then
mm,
realize she is watching me and is gonna imitate everything I do.
yeah.
So I'm putting my phone away. I'm not playing video games anymore.
You're doing a
She's,
very good job.
yeah.
Yeah, he's exercising now.
Yeah,
It's just a
she'll
good
watch me exercise.
thing.
Anything you do, they watch, and they're learning and they're imitating.
Yeah.
So it really, I mean, unless you don't care, I care and you care, so we make the change. If you don't care, you might not change, and then your child's gonna grow up doing the same thing. They're gonna just play on their phone. We let her watch Miss Rachel a couple of times because she's really like getting into it. Then we realized, you know what, maybe we shouldn't do too much screen time, and we stopped doing Miss Rachel. Not that Miss Rachel's bad, but we don't want her. They found that too much screen time can mess with your dopamine levels and can actually cause the ADHD and cause all kinds of issues growing up. So we actually decided, even though Miss Rachel's fine, maybe we'll watch it sometimes, but we don't include it every day.
We grew as a person, or as a couple as well. And we are trying our best to better ourselves, like improve our version of right like before, and become somebody who our
But
child can look up to. It's
but
like, oh, I'm proud of she's my dad, he's my dad,
hmm
she's my mom.
but don't be too hard on yourself. Like you have to be perfect,
Yeah,
because
of course.
you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna be too
Yeah.
hard on yourself. If you want to watch a movie and you have a time, feel free to watch a movie, but do it while she's sleeping and not watching you. She's gonna notice, okay, he's watching something. I'm gonna look and I'm gonna watch it. And this is normal daily life. We're gonna watch movies all the time. So I just watched Spider-Man yesterday. It was the first time I watched a movie since she was born. That was like the first time, but when I had a couple hours to watch it, it's like a 2.5 hour movie. I watched the whole movie. I sure did, but I didn't let her see me watching it, and I'm not gonna do it every day. But it was a nice movie.
It's okay to watch movies sometimes.
Yeah, don't be so hard on
Don't be
yourself.
too hard on
You
yourself.
don't have to give up TV
But
completely, but
the point is, like it's not always the hard part. Like as time goes
it's fun.
by,
It's fun.
yeah,
It's not hard when you're having fun.
it's
And
as
you're
time goes
enjoying
by,
it.
it's starting to grow on you that, oh, this is gonna be my new reality now. Like a baby smiling at me and knowing that I'm her support system. That she relies on me.
Every day is like she's learning something new. She's doing
Mm,
something she didn't do before. Like she's starting to roll over. she's getting bigger, taller every day. She's starting to talk. She's like making sounds.
Yeah.
So every day it's like, you just kind of enjoy like watching her grow and become the person that she is.
And we also look forward that in the future when she starts growing up like a year or two, that we can take her to places that we want to go, and
Yeah.
enjoy the activities that we usually.
We've gone on a couple of vacations, even with her. We purposely choose outdoor vacations so that she doesn't get exposed to like like viruses and stuff. When you're indoors, uh, you can catch a virus much better than if you're outdoors and the sunlight. So we've been on a couple of vacations already.
Yeah, like
even with
mini vacations.
Yeah, so we didn't like stop enjoying life just because we have a new baby. We just kind of adjusted. When we do our vacation, we choose more outdoor. We just went to a mountain resort.
Yeah.
Where it's very cold and nice and it's outdoor.
You need that as a couple.
Yeah.
It's not always about baby. You should
Yeah.
also
Enjoy
your life as a couple. Because sometimes
we like to do vacations. We like to go out and enjoy. But now we're just kind of choosing where we go much better.
Yeah.
That's safe for her, and it's outdoor. That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
So, that's it. So that's all for the first episode of this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure that you get updated with our next episode. Thank you so much for being here with me. This is my husband, and it's not
I'm a foreigner here in the Philippines.
Yes.
If you're a freelancer and you're thinking about coming here, I can talk more about that later.
Yeah, if you have questions or your topics that you want to learn about, and if you're planning to move here in the Philippines, with your partner, like if you have questions,
or even by yourself, if you just think like, okay, I'm a remote worker, I want to live somewhere that's much more comfortable and chill.
If you have questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comment section, and we will do our best to answer them. That's it for today. See ya.